What's going on? Ethan Ruins in the house. What's up? Michael Morgan. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing this evening? Willows. How you doing, sir? Chris Sabo in the house. So tonight I decided to just do a complete kind of impromptu live deal. Louis, hello. How's it going? Um, and yeah, I've got a little package here that we're going to open up, and this little guy right here. So I figured that, you know what, I would just do a live stream. I know that the orientation and stuff here is a little bit different, but I was trying to get it to where you guys can see this thing because it's quite large. But I've also got another camera set up over here on a little bitty tripod, which I'll move around when we get to that point, and hopefully give you some better views and whatnot. Hey, Zach, what's going on? Penny Ripple in the house. Mr. William Linderman. Quentin, hello, hello. So today I figured that it was only right that I use my new lovely Oaksworks Osprey EDX. I can't remember. It's the Osprey something or other. And this thing is gorgeous. Got a beautiful hollow grind on it. You can see that right there. And yeah, the satin on this thing is gorgeous. So real quick, we'll just get into this package and hopefully get this box out of here. So how's everybody doing this evening? That is correct. It is not Sunday. And there's a couple of things going on here. I don't know if things look any different on your side of the stream, but hopefully there are some differences. We'll see how this goes. There should be some alerts and stuff. You know what? I think I opened this upside down, just judging by the way this looks, but let's see here. So there were a couple of reasons for this live stream. One, of course, was this big box that I'm opening up here. The other was to try out a few new changes to the live stream scenario. True dat, Winchester. Love the big box. Absolutely. All right, let me see if I can get this out of here. Here, let's do this. Hopefully. There we go. The little dipsy-doo flipperoo. This thing appears to be extremely well packaged, which is fantastic. All right, you guys ready for this? Oh, shit. Look at that. So tonight here, we're going to be doing some super racing. So this is what we're building right here. This is the FLSUN Super Racer. This is actually a really nice book. Apparently they've got some update content. Oh, So we've got an updated motherboard here. So if you guys have not figured this out yet, this is a 3D printer, and this is from a company called FLSUN. These printers they're manufactured in China. However, this company does have a U.S. warehouse. Oh, thank you so much, Zach. Coming in hot with the super chat. I didn't see it. Did it? Was there a thing that happened on screen when he did the super chat? You guys will have to let me know. Was there a screen? or a thing on the screen. Should have been, hopefully. Zach, there it is. There it is. Nice. That's awesome. So hopefully you guys saw the little alert on the screen when Zach did that super chat. That was super cool. There should be a handful of different ones. You know, I'm trying to get better at this stuff, you know, guys, like trying to do the thing. But anyway, this FLSUN, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way, Zach. I greatly appreciate it. That is super, super kind. But this FLSUN company, that's who I got this from. They do have a warehouse here in the US, and this happens to be the Super Racer printer, which is kind of their top of the line model. But they do have two that are kind of, well, two other models, which we'll talk about here in a bit. But if anyone's interested, this is a pretty cool printer setup. It should be pretty much a plug and play scenario. So I'm hopeful that this build process will go super fast and we'll be up and printing here in just a few minutes. So yeah, if anybody's interested, there is links in the description below as well as a discount code. So if you want to pick up something from FLSUN, it doesn't ship from China, so you'll have it in, you know, a week, you know, 3 to 7 days, something like that. But so far, this thing is really exceeding my expectations on the packaging here. It is extremely nice. And yeah, this is a completely different printer from the style that I currently have. These are actually carbon fiber arms, which you'll see how this setup works here in just a little bit. Oh, my wife's in here. She's sitting in the other room, and yeah, I think she just got done working out, if I am correct. But you know, I'm kind of surprised that she's not in here. You guys know how much she loves the 3D printer and stuff, so I figured that she would be in here wanting to help me put this together, but okay. Oh, all right. Oh yeah. All right, I'm just setting these parts down here, so let's just get everything out of the box and then we'll deal with all of it. Okay, I got a piece of sandpaper here for like a DA. It's Velcro backed, so it's like for a 5-inch DA. Not really sure why they included that, but I got it. A little sample spool of filament. Here is the extruder. So I'll explain to you guys what all this stuff is here as we put it together. All right, let's see if I can get this out of here. So for those that are not familiar with 3D printing, there are kind of 3 basic styles of 3D printers. And it refers to the kinematic structure or the mechanics of the 3D printer. And this particular printer here is referred to as a delta printer. So you can see it's all triangular shaped. And the style of printer that I have currently is referred to as an i3 style, or a lot of people call them bed slingers because there's one motor for each individual axis. So you have the Y axis, which is the bed moving forward and backwards. And then you have the X, which is the actual print head moving side to side. And then the Z is the up and down motion. In this particular setup, we still have 3 motors, but they control, all 3 motors have to work together to do any movement. So you'll see this as we start putting this together, but it's just a different mechanic system, and pretty cool the way it works. Certainly really cool to watch. Delta printers are interesting to look at and watch, that's for sure. So, what do you mean, how about no? Oh, see, I'm a knife guy. I went straight for the knife when it's a Ziploc bag. Okay, so we've got some tools. We've got a pair of flush cutters. Looks like, oh, we got one short screw or a couple of short screws, but the rest look to be all the same. This is a new or spare hot end. So this is where the filament actually comes out of. There's a heater and a thermistor that go in there. And this is what drives the filament in. But let's set that off to the side. All right. What else we got here? We got a little cleaning cloth and a brush. We got some little clips for the Bowden tube. We got a SD card here, SD card reader. So that's wonderful. We got a little tube of grease. Oh, we got an extra. This is the heater block, or the actual heater that goes inside the hot end. So we got an extra one. That's cool. Got some zip ties and a little tip cleaner. Got a, little card. Pluck it and file it. A little shout out to Flossie. So this here is the little thermistor that I was talking about. So this is what's reading the temperature of the hot end. And we got, a pancake flipper here for scraping prints off the bed. All right. And then here's the hot end. And this is a height sensor or a Z height adjustment. Bed sensor. All right. Now I get to use the knife. Okay. And we have a power cord. So that's a thing. Excellent. We also got a USB cable here. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's take a little look-see at the constructions here. This is actually a really nice book. It feels fantastic. All right, default power voltage is 230. Okay, so we're gonna have to switch the little switch on the power supply. So we'll do that. Parts lists, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so start with all your parts. Assembly instructions, plug the motor cables in, 4 screws in, blah, 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 build it upside down. Okay, we got it. All right. So first things first, I better switch the switch on the power supply. Let's see which side it's on here. Oh, look at that. It's exposed. So that's cool. So for DC power supplies, they always come with either 230 volt input power or 110 or 115. Here in the States, we're 110, 60 hertz. So yeah, always check that on your DC power supplies, because in a lot of other countries, they use 230 volts for their main power. We use wimpy 110. So, is what it is. Okay. So this is the top of the printer here, and you can see the main board inside there. But we're going to bolt on each of these 3 legs. So you can see this one here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but this is Y. So they're all going to be labeled. But let's get this started here. Let me find Y. I honestly don't think that it matters which one of these you grab. They're all the same, but they do have them labeled. So we'll go ahead and put them in the way they want me to here. So I just plugged in the stepper motor, and I'll show you one of these out so you guys can see it. Hold on just a second. Let me get these screws put in here. Come on. Can't get my fingers in there. There we go. So it looks like it came with all the tools we're going to need, which is awesome. So let me switch this up a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab a different. What do I do with it? Well, I thought I was going to grab a different driver, but maybe I won't. So what's everybody doing this evening? Just hanging out on a Thursday night? Are you guys getting ready for the 24-hour live stream extravaganza? That's going to be a good time. Looking forward to that. Get in there. I have to put some hair around these holes. Okay. All right, let me see if I can, we'll set that right there, rotate this. Which one do we have up next? So that one's the Z. Of course, it's a 50-50 shot, and I grabbed X. So here are the 3 corner posts. You can see here the stepper motors on the end. This one here is labeled Z. And so you got to plug in that plug right there. And then there is a belt in here. So there's a cog gear down on this stepper motor shaft that drives this belt, which drives this assembly up and down. And then they're riding on a linear rail inside here. So this is an aluminum extrusion. It's hard black anodized, and it's got a belt tension adjuster down here on the end. Extremely nice, really, really nice, smooth action. And Delta printers are inherently very fast printing. So that part is super cool, hence the name Super Racer. And yeah, this one is no exception. This is going to be a very fast printer, and should be super cool. Should produce extremely good quality prints and do it in less than half the time of my OG printer, the old Mingda D2. You know, if I would have known then what I know now when I bought that thing, I probably would have, or well, not probably, I definitely would have bought something different. But it was a good, you know, starter printer. It was good for a first go around, and I certainly learned a lot with that thing. So that's cool. Mr. Evans in the house. Nice. So really looking forward to the live stream tomorrow. I know Mr. Jay Evans has done a tremendous amount of work there for a whole bunch of people, and that's amazing. So thank you so much, sir, for all the hard work that you've put in. Him and King Gables have just been working their butts off getting all that stuff put together, and yeah, that's super cool. I know the community is gonna dig it, as well as yeah, there's tons of giveaways that are going on. There's all kinds of stuff happening, so super cool. So hopefully everybody's excited about that deal going on. I know Zach was in here. Mr. Bill Rivers, how you doing, sir? It's going well. I'm having you know, building a little Delta printer here, which is my first go around with Delta, but I'm excited about it because these things are very cool. This frame is already extremely stiff and strong. It's all right, let me grab this plug here. I think. Oh, there's a Molly sighting.
Hello.
There is a Molly sighting. I put that big ass box there hoping to keep the dogs out of here, but
yeah, well,
he pushed through, huh?
Yeah, he said I need my mommy.
Huh. So the
Don't be dramatic.
if anyone's interested in getting into a 3D printer, they're quite cheap to buy, cheaper than I feel like probably most people would think, especially when you see what they're capable of. And so like this guy right here, you know, everything that we're doing here tonight, we're doing with the tools that came with it, as well as all the software and stuff, the prints that you can find online. All of that is free to download, as well as the slicer software and all that sort of stuff is free. So, you know, really, it's pretty minimal investment for what you can do. It's quite impressive, actually. So, like this particular printer, if you go on Amazon and look at the FLSUN Super Racer, they're like $500, but don't buy it there because you can actually get it cheaper than that. For like you can actually get it for like $450, I think, for this exact printer. But FLSUN makes a different Delta style printer called a Q5, which is slightly smaller than this guy. And it's like right around $200, or maybe just over, maybe it's 230, something like that. But still pretty amazing value for what the quality that you're getting and what it's capable of, like I said. Exactly, Winchester. She couldn't help herself. She had to get involved.
That's not true. I couldn't help myself because the internet's laggy because of you.
Oh.
And you were boring the people to death.
I was boring the people to death? Huh. Weird. All right. So, what I don't know is the relationship of, I'm going to guess, just based off where the cable comes out, we're going to put this on here.
It's too big. It's got to go.
Like so. Okay. The thing is quite tall, and that's the one negative to Delta printers. The build volume on a Delta, just because of the way they operate, is kind of strange. So they use a round build plate instead of a square or a rectangle, and then just because of the way the movement works, they have to be quite tall, because you'll see here in a moment.
Your face is entertaining, Winchester.
So, Molly, when Zach did the super chat, did you see the new alert that happened?
You have a bot.
I have a bot?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
You have a bot that did a little alert in the chat.
Yes.
The bot.
Okay.
Streamlabs bot.
Did you see it on screen though?
No, I didn't see it on screen.
Well, there should have been.
I didn't. I wasn't watching then.
Oh, okay.
Can we get a size comparison next to Molly? Taller. I know, it's making me feel inadequate. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but you know, whatever.
They can probably hear you. Maybe. I don't know. Zach just did another super chat. testing the new super chat. So watch the screen. Okay. There should be a little bit of a delay.
Watching.
It should happen. Maybe. Hello?
I don't know. I think you better do a 50.
There it is.
I'm kidding.
Zach Stuff donated $4.99 through super chat. Shut the front door.
Wow.
Thank you, Zachary.
Oh,
Zach, you're so good.
You're so kind, Zach. You did it just for bullshit.
Yeah. DSKFS. Thank you so much, Zach. You are the man.
My best friend, I miss her.
So, if somebody in the chat is not subscribed, please go subscribe, because I want to see if that alert works. There should be an alert that says when people subscribe, which will be super cute.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. It's kind of it's Twitch-esque.
Twitch-esque?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You're old.
Exactly.
We were going to get a third printer, but went with a new TV. That's probably wise.
Who's this?
Addicted to Knives.
What printers do you currently have addicted to knives?
You might not have any. We were going to get a 3D printer.
Oh, a 3D printer. Okay.
Yeah, I read that wrong.
Gotcha.
Might be.
Right on. Well, if
Word.
anyone's interested in getting a 3D printer similar or just like this one, there is a link with the discount code in the description, which is super cool.
Yes,
Oh.
on the 3D print
Hey,
train, guys.
hey. Hold on. I've got more. I've got more fanciness. Hold on, guys. It's coming.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let's try this.
GEDC just subscribed.
Oh, did he? Did it do a thing?
Why the hell were you not subscribed before? The fuck?
Okay, you guys let me know if something has changed. I want to see the alert from the subscriber on screen.
Winchester said you could have printed a new TV.
Right?
But yeah, I did mess up. Sorry. I apologize, Winnie.
You guys will have to let me know. Turn your volume up a little bit. Oh. Hold on a minute here. I'm going to turn that down just a bit. Yeah.
And subscribe so I can subscribe again.
Nice. I appreciate that.
Love it.
You can turn your sound down now, Molly.
Yeah.
You guys let me know if
came up momentarily, but
if you hear music, and then I turned it down. I think I turned it down too much.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Winchester said I subscribed. I think my name should be bigger on the subscriber board. Getting all kinds of fancy up in this.
Well, just trying to do my part and make it legit for the
pretend to be a legitimate YouTuber.
Yeah. Like that.
Instead of just two douches sitting there. Hey Nate. Oh, Nate's here. He's gonna have to buy one.
What up,
the
Nate?
Affiliate code and the discount code, Nate.
Yeah, there's a link in the discount code down in the description, Nate, for all of FLSUN's printers, but this happens to be the Super Racer. Which so far looks to be fantastic. What the hell do I have going on there?
Maybe this one will be quieter for your wife.
Oh, this thing should be super quiet.
He said, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, this printer here should be super quiet. Soup's quiet.
Merry Christmas to the boys. So what am I getting for Christmas?
Are you asking me?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, not really.
Okay.
I hope it's good though.
Well then, shut your mouth. You know what I mean?
It only took 3 months, but my custom titanium teeth carry shaving clip arrived today. Good times.
Nice.
Did you get your package yet, Michael?
We talking
From
about
us.
Michael Mugen?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I got myself a new sweatshirt. It has thumb
shit.
holes.
Watch yourself. Things are happening.
Oh no. Why's the face thing upside down?
Come again?
It's upside down.
Because this printer prints upside down.
You can't read it.
Come again?
FLSUN.
I'm joking. Currently, it's upside down.
Oh.
I mean, it would print upside down, but we're not going to do that.
Picture of a mini cow, a 3D printer. Get the hell out of here with that.
Okay.
Its name, my mini cow's name will be Francis. Just the portrait will be Francis. Fun. It better be a portrait of the one that's in my backyard.
Okay. So now we've flipped the printer over, and here is the actual print head here, which in the Delta printing world, they call this the Effector. And these are magnetic balls. It's got steel balls, don't you know? With these carbon fiber rods that just are held on by springs like so. And so we're going to go ahead and let's see, which way do I want to put this?
Yes, Winnie, I am talking about a sweatshirt while freaking printers are being constructed. Don't snore at me. What's the best budget 3D print with the tightest tolerances?
I assume we're talking about the best budget 3D printer? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say, I think, knowing what I know at this point, I think the FLSUN Q5 for, right around $200 is going to be really hard to beat. So that's the entry level model from this particular company. I think you get a lot, you get quite a bit for your money there. And you get support, which is a big deal. Okay. All right. Let me do some finagling of some stuff here. Move some stuff around. So all of what's referred to as FDM 3D printers, or filament style 3D printers, and not resin 3D printers, are going to have similar tolerances as far as the quality of the prints. That really all boils down to how good of a job you do setting up the printer. So otherwise they're all going to be very, very similar. Okay.
No wonder your references. Nate said I got the Ender 3 Pro for $100 from Micro Center, but had to drop another $200 in upgrade.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, like the Ender 3s, I think they're good printers, but they will buffalo you a little bit because you end up putting a whole bunch of money into them, like Nate did with upgrades. And not that that's a terrible thing, it's just, you end up, they don't come with the best quality boards and separate drivers and all that kind of good stuff. And so you end up spending a bunch more money after the fact. Where this FLSUN setup is pretty well set up right out of the box, and you won't end up spending a whole bunch more money on it. And this particular printer right here, the Super Racer, this thing is pretty trick. Well, I mean, let's be honest, guys, it's the Super Racer. So this comes with a bed leveling sensor. Actually, the budget one does as well. And with Delta printers, bed leveling is very important. getting the first layer down correctly. Bed leveling, super important.
The first layer down.
Getting the first layer down. Yep. So this here is a Bowden tube stuff, where my other printer is a direct drive, but most
No, sir.
most
Oh, man.
Delta printers are a Bowden tube, which just means that the extruder here, this is what pushes the filament. So the filament comes, this has a filament runout detector or filament runout sensor, which is this guy right here. And so if this were to run out of filament while it's printing, it'll pause the printer. But then the filament runs down into here, out here, down to the hot end. And the further the distance is from this extruder down to the actual hot end where the plastic is being melted and deposited, the further that distance is, the greater retraction rates and stuff, it's a little harder to set up. Where on my other printer, the extruder sits right on top of the hot end, so the filament path is only like this long. The difference here is that you have the stepper motor, and moving it around, anytime you can reduce the weight on the actual print head, you can increase the print quality and print speed. So getting this off to the side helped with print speed, however, doesn't help with retraction rates and that sort of thing. So, it's always a give and a take. It's how it is.
Like marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So
But why for do you always take then?
What? I gave pork chops today.
Yeah, she did. She did actually. She did give pork chops today, and they were delicious.
And I gave work today.
So, yeah, pork chops were good.
So the FLSUN Q5 Delta is the one you're talking about?
Yeah, the FLSUN Q5, that's their kind of budget entry model, but it produces really fantastic quality prints at pretty good speeds, and it does it for a really low price. So I think for a really nice entry level print setup, I think that's a really good setup for someone to start with.
Winchester said that's right. The man gives, the woman takes. If these are just facts, then shut up about it. No, that's not another name for something else. Pork chops or pork chops.
All right. I'm actually going to cut down this Bowden tube a little bit here. So like I was saying, having a shorter Bowden tube is preferable. So I'm going to I cut that much off just to shorten this up a bit. But now we are going to place said Bowden tube up into
I also emptied the dishwasher today.
You did what?
Emptied the dishwasher.
No, you didn't.
We did it as a couple. As a loving, supportive couple.
As a loving, supporting couple. And then what happened?
And then I loaded it by myself. All alone.
All alone?
Yeah. And then I cooked your ass dinner.
Huh. You're getting awfully testy there.
I just want to make sure the world knows I don't just take.
Make sure the world knows you don't just take.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they thought that.
Let's be honest, I don't even care if they did think it.
You don't care if they did think it?
No.
So, I'm actually gonna.
Had some pork chops. That's right.
What's that?
He cleaned his pork chop, and then he ate some pork chops.
Yeah.
He was disgusting. He didn't shower all day.
Yep. I took a shower and then ate pork chop, and it was delicious.
What should I make for dinner tomorrow?
I don't know.
Chat, any suggestions?
What shall you make tomorrow?
Ooh, gotta go to the grocery store, so anything's possible.
Yeah. Huh.
Maybe I'll make a stop at a fast food joint.
Yeah, we got the live tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So, you know. So,
lasagna. I don't want lasagna.
we're gonna have some guests on our show tomorrow evening. So that'll be fun.
Sir, you don't need to be in here.
All right, now we've got a filament spool holder that on this printer goes up on top. Okay.
You have giveaways picked out for tomorrow?
I do. Yep, we have, not only do we have guests, we have giveaways. And yeah, should be fun. Looking forward to it. 24 hours of live streaming goodness.
Yep, should be a good time. I'm excited to see how many dollar bills we raise for Knife Right.
Yeah. That'll be
I'm shooting for $7,000. Yeah.
for the 24 hours.
Yeah. You think more?
That was weak. I'm thinking 10.
$15,000.
$15,000. $1 million.
Let's try to break everybody's bank before Christmas, you know.
No, but I mean, we have people in there like Zach.
Who just gives out $4.99 willy-nilly.
Well, no, I'm talking about we have the star power like
Oh.
Zach.
Right,
So,
right? And
with-
Big Red.
Big Red. So when you're dealing with that level of A-list celebrity,
I paid.
you know what I mean?
I didn't know.
You didn't know that we were dealing with those kinds of
that
celebrities.
We were at that level.
Yeah.
We're amongst that level.
Yeah.
But yeah, motherfuckers got over 10 grand followers. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Ooh,
I'm assuming that Zach's just like cruising around and traveling on a G6, and you know, he's an island boy.
He's an island boy, just trying to make it.
That's right. That's right. Okay,
Got
so
big dick energy.
we have a wire for a filament sensor. We also have a wire. You know what? We're gonna unhook.
Heretic added a $750 knife for grand prize.
Nice.
That's tight.
Yeah. They probably heard Zach was involved. And we're like, oh,
Right.
we got to step up our
You're
game.
like, oh shit, the island boy involved.
That's right. Taking trips to Hawaii and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like, can't be messing around with no $200 bullshit. Okay. All right, so now we've got, I'm going to assume that yellow goes to yellow. I think that's a fair assessment, right?
I don't know. That doesn't seem right.
And then I'm going to assume that the red plug goes to the red one.
What is this? Kindergarten?
Yeah, kind of. And then I'm going to assume that the white goes... Oh, shit. Hold up, hold up. Hold up. We've got 2 whites. Oh, nope, that's bad levels. Okay.
Nate said building something in front of people like this would make my anxiety go way up. Same, Nate. Same.
I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah, he's, well, you know, the biggest headed fellow in these here.
I don't know what she's talking about. Look at that. That's an average size cranium right there.
That's a double XL cranium. Lots of prizes haven't been announced because we're waiting to receive them. Ooh, fun.
That's cool. Yeah.
I like surprise.
Yeah, surprises are good. Okay, so I'm going to say that these other 2... Oh, yeah, it's for 2 hot end fans. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, all right. We are...
When are we going to get some black OCD shirts? I'm going to buy one. Well, you know, the t-shirts that we got.
I'm wearing a OCD for EDC shirt right now.
They're standing up really well to the wash. And
yeah.
That's what I was concerned about. Because I've gotten some things printed in the past. And they just feel so bad at the wash. But these are, like, have been through, I don't know, 4 or 5 washes a piece. And they're still just as good as they came. So.
Okay.
I think, you know, I might be able to set something up.
On the FLSUN, I don't know if you guys saw that, but right down here, there is a drawer for all your, you know, tools and such. That's cool. I will say...
The current music is matching the 2 white wire conquest.
Okay. I feel like I'm missing... Wait, let's see. What do we got in here? What do we got? Ah, that's the part I was looking for. So this is a magnetic mount for the screen right here. So little touch screen. So I'm going to put this.
I gotta figure out the logistics of the whole t-shirt thing though, Nate. Like what sizes I should stock, you know?
That doesn't seem like that's gonna work. Oh, I suppose that's gonna be okay.
Let me do a quick poll in the chat. If y'all wanted to buy a t-shirt, what size would you want?
It's just gonna be like large, extra large, 2X.
Yeah, I figured I could get, you know, just a couple smalls and a couple mediums, but stick mainly large, extra large.
Yeah, I would say that would be a fair deal.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna clean up this mess here. We're all done.
We need to go
building.
to Hawaii first, Penny. Big Red and Zach have both been to Hawaii, but not this man.
Nope, I have not been to Hawaii.
So,
I've never been to Hawaii.
Neither have I.
But you know what? I feel like that's the difference.
Of course.
It's the difference between living in the Pacific Northwest and not.
Yeah.
Like out there.
It's quite the feat to go from here.
Yeah, it's, you know, much different to travel from here than it is out there. So I feel like, you know, here where like people normally go to like, you know, Florida or California or whatever, that kind of thing, out there it's just typical to go to Hawaii.
Yeah. I mean, Penny, like, I'd be more than happy for us to go to Hawaii and then at that point we can get a trip of all 3 of the boys in some grass skirts. And we said,
yeah.
Okay, kilts. We can do kilts all day, every day.
Yeah, we can do that. So I'm not sure as to why. They gave us this wrench here, which doesn't necessarily, I mean, it doesn't fit the hot end. And then they also gave us this little screwdriver. But that's kind of interesting. And we'll have to see if we got any test prints on the SD card here. All right, we're ready to power this sucker up. That's what's crapping in here. You guys ready for this? So I happen to know, because I've seen it elsewhere, that there's a very fun startup animation on this screen.
Oh, hold on. Ian says, Molly, my wife says I can get a 3D printer and I can print useful items, not just tchotchkes.
Okay, so
would you say Justin's prints are useful? And I would say 100%.
Hold. Hey, once I get this printer started printing, I'm gonna show you a bunch of stuff, that the kinds of things that you can make. And I'm not talking about like stuff that I designed. These are things that anybody can go and download for free and print. So I'll show you some stuff. Okay. So, all right.
And Russian nesting baskets.
And Russian nesting baskets.
Ian, she'll love the Russian.
All right. All right, Molly, you here? Are you looking at the screen?
Yeah, I'm here.
Come here. Can you see it?
Well, yeah, I got 20/20 balls.
Oh shit! Here we go. You guys ready? You ready to see what's on the screen? I'll try and get it to where you guys can see it. Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that. That's super racing right there. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, shit.
Oh, shit,
oh, shit, shit.
Okay. We need to get this. I feel like I probably screwed that up and put that in the wrong place.
Exactly, Winchester. Never doubt his neighbors needed.
I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking about that.
I have a scope built into my brain. Duh.
You have the old scope eye?
Oh, yeah. 2 of them.
You have 2 scope eyes.
So I can go lefty or righty.
I should have used my head here and not put this in that extrusion right there. I'm going to do it out here in this slot. I just feel like it looks better than just having it hang. You know what I mean? That cable. Yeah, that's nice. I like the way you do it right there. Okay. All right. Now, let's, I need to remove, there's a protective film on this deal. You want to do it?
Okay.
So let's see. Here, I'll show you guys one on the screen, and then we can, hopefully, you guys can watch the print head move here. And I'm going to try and get this moved over so you guys can see it better. But I'm just messing around. So we've got temperatures displayed, 21 degrees C on the bed and on the hot end here. So if we go to tools, move, oh, there we go. Okay. So we're going to go on the Z up. Let's just call, let's see if we can go there. There we go. Home. There we go. So these home to positive on. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. So what we're going to do is go through a bed leveling sequence here with the bed leveling sensor, and because on a printer like this the bed not move, we should only ever have to do this once, as long as the bed doesn't move. Let me get you guys moved in a little closer here.
Yeah, they should make a Marvel movie about me.
A Marvel movie, huh?
I'm watching the Hawkeye show on Disney Plus and going, Molly can do better.
Yeah.
Give me a real hero, Marvel, he says.
Right.
What you might not know is that it's actually Molly shredding on the guitar in the background. I will not take credit for that. Music update. Justin has got it going, and the music is action packed.
Is the music action packed?
Yeah, barely.
I can't hear it. Oh, it's the song. If you guys want to know the name of any of the songs, this particular song is called Later Alligator.
Oh yeah, we were jamming out to that last night.
Okay, so here we go.
Should see my moves.
We've got the screen here. Oh, shit. Oh.
Tom's like, when I
There's
grow
the
up,
screen.
I want to be like Winchester.
All right, you can come and peel the stuff. I'm going to get a drink while you do that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Peel the bed stuff.
See my new sweatshirt? It was $15. Target. Oh, that's a clean peel. That's a clean peel. So, how's it hanging, boys and girls? Should I do my nails a different color for the show tomorrow? Or should I just leave them? Because I don't know. I don't know what we're printing first. We're fitting to find out. See if there's anything loaded on the card.
Well, there's definitely going to be something on the card. I just don't know what it is.
I like surprises.
Yeah. I feel like there will at least be a prize.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little booze here and just clean off the bed. So this is a glass bed that has got printed stuff on it. Oh, look at that. It came off kind of yellowy on the... Yeah.
Huh. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do full makeup. I'll do something fun for some eyeshadow.
So this bed sensor here, this bed leveling sensor, it's a clicky style sensor, and you just magnet it on right there, and it sits right underneath the hot end tip, the little clicky, and then you plug it in to this guy right here, and then you run a bed leveling process that should be in this screen. So let's go back and here we go. Auto level. Boom.
Winchester said something really funny.
Let's go to auto level.
It's pertinent to how we operate. He said, I like the way Justin went to get a drink and gave Molly work to do. He's making notes on how to be a manly man. It's true. The sticker removal is Molly work. Every time there's a sticker to remove, he calls me.
It's because I don't necessarily have fingernails. I trim them short.
But Molly, read my comment. I'm seeking his approval.
Okay, so you got a alert that came up on screen that says please plug in leveling switch before auto leveling. So I did that. So I'm going to say yes. And then we should go through a bed leveling process, which it's homing all the axes. And here it goes.
Chris, you should check out the Carhartt Force sweatshirts. They're 10 out of 10.
Yeah, they are good.
Excuse you.
Jesus, the dogs are going nuts here, people.
Push your butt under the desk. No, stay there.
Okay, so...
Stay there.
Oh, we got a click. I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but it flashed a little blue light. It's leveling. Look at that movement. These things are so wild because, you know, it can move to all the extremities of the bed by moving the 3 motors here. Really wild. Instead of it being like a Cartesian printer setup, which probably should have made sure that my belts are adjusted and nice and taut.
You get a Carhartt force hoodie, you need to like cherish that thing.
Yeah, the Carhartt force hoodies are nice.
Good.
Okay.
The meowing song is not cool.
Says it's leveling. Oh. Here, hold on a minute. Let me. Yeah, this song says Monsieur Meow. Here, next track.
Mr. Meow.
Night Chaser.
Meow 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 meow.
Meow meow meow.
Love
So you
meow.
can see here that we're all the way out here to this. Oh, it actually sticks out. Like this arm is sticking out past. That's interesting. Okay, so now it's doing a bed mesh level. So it's going through and actually it's going to do a grid all the way around the bed, which is awesome. And so the build volume here, guys, this is 260 millimeters. It's actually, I think it measures 265 in diameter. And this thing can print 330 millimeters high. Where the smaller printer, the little Q5 that I was telling you was really good value, it's a 200 millimeter circle and 200 millimeters tall. So just yeah, and actually the bed measures 270 across. So yeah, it's about 10 and 3/4 inches in diameter by 330, which is, where are we at? Yeah, 13 inches tall, basically.
It's magical when you convert millimeters to inches.
It's magical.
Mhm.
Why?
Because I can't do it.
Oh, I have a tape measure right here.
Yeah, still though.
So basically the volume here is, 10 and 3/4 inches by 13 inches tall. All right, so it homed all 3 axes. So now we need to remove the leveling sensor.
I believe it's pronounced
Axize. So it just magnets on there, so that's super cool. And now we can put our leveling sensor in our handy dandy drawer. Look at that little
I didn't know there was
Little-
a handy dandy drawer.
little fancy stowage there. Okay, so now what you have to do is, so now we've got a bed mesh level going here, but now we still need to tell it where 0 is. So in order to do that, we are going to adjust our Z. Oh no, we're not going to do it that way. First, we're going to move Z0. Please remove bed leveling switch. Yes. So now it's going to move to 0, but it's going to be 0 plus the height of that sensor. So it's going to stop with the nozzle like a half inch away from the bed.
He got his pretty quick, Ian. So yeah, I think if you ordered today, you get it before Christmas.
Yeah, they have U.S. warehouses. So you should get it, and depending on where you live, they ship from California. So, but you should have it, in say 3 to 7 days, depending on where you live. And
dang it,
so-
Willow! The funnel was broken.
here, oh, the one that we sent them.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think the little car actually charged.
so this is just a post-it note, and we're going to use that to set Z. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to hit now Z adjust, and there's different measurements. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but so we can move up or down 1/10 of a millimeter or 5/100 of a millimeter. And so we're going to go ahead and go down.
He said, what the fuck is a used spatula? You got all the crap that I don't want in my house anymore, Willow.
You know what? I should have told you guys before. You want to heat the bed up when you do this. Where are we at? Heat. Here we go. Let's just go to PLA heating, which should be 220C and 60C. So the hot end is heating up to 220 degrees Celsius, and the bed is heating up to 60 degrees Celsius. Should happen pretty quickly. So I might let's see if we can switch this up.
Nice, Willow.
Oh, Willow got the box?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so the funnel was broken.
Ugh.
No card to charge the little car, but I put a chargeable little car in there.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but
because I just grabbed shit out of the box. Oh crap. Loved the stickers. The shirt was too big, but he was gonna make a gift out of it, so that's cool.
Okay.
And what the fuck's the used spatula? And I gave him one of the shit show knives.
Okay, yeah.
The pink leg knife.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna put that in one of his dog's vests.
Nice. All right, hold on a second here, guys. I'm trying to get some more camera cable here. There we go. Okay, so I can actually, you know what? I'm going to hold off on that for just a moment because I can tell that I can smell it. Yeah, so we're up to 220 on the hot end and 52 on the bed. I'm going to back out here.
I'm sure.
Go to auto level, adjust Z. There we go. Now we're going to adjust our Z and get it with the bed warmed up. So all I'm doing here is getting this tightened down so where the paper is just kind of snug under the, which that's perfect right there. So I'm going to hit save on that guy. So our Z offset is negative 2.05 millimeters.
Yeah, I cleaned out my kitchen drawers, hence the small orange bowl.
What color?
Spatula.
What color should we do? Something that I here. This.
Yeah.
That work? Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna use some of this right here. This is like light blue, and you know what? Or should we use what came with it? It came with white.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use what came with it, just so you guys can see, in case if you guys go buy one of these. So here's the filament that came with, and here is the Osprey EDX. Boom. Came with a little mini spool of what I'm going to assume is white PLA. And PLA is just a type of plastic. It's actually made from corn oil, and it is biodegradable. Yeah, it's not biodegradable in every scenario, but it is biodegradable. It's called polylactic acid. It's a really popular 3D printing filament.
JN suggested you make a small orange bowl to replace the orange bowl I sent Troy. I don't want the orange bowl.
So here's the filament, and I am going to. There is. What the hell? We're gonna get this filament started and I should have thought about it, but to get your filament started, a pretty good angle on the dangle. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but I cut an angle on the filament there, and then we're just going to go ahead and feed that right down. Oh, yep, I got a light on my filament run out. And then, so here, I'm going to switch this camera up. Molly, come here for a second. You're going to have to play camera woman and show the people what's happening here. Hold on just a minute, folks. I'm going to switch over to a different camera, and hopefully Molly has a steady hand.
I don't.
Okay, so here is this camera.
Go back to your
and
hole, Mammy.
So I put the filament up here, and you can see it's running in right there, and then coming down, it's through the filament runout sensor, and it's coming right here. But I'm going to have Molly come and hold.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Right there, and then I'm going to feed the filament. So this is the extruder here, and if I unscrew this little knob, you can see that folds open. It's a direct drive. This is actually like a Bondtech kind of knockoff. This is not an actual Bondtech extruder, but get in there. Actually, probably should have back up just a bit. I need to get my head.
Gotta get that big old noggin.
Yeah. See if you can show them up inside there. Can you see the gears and the filament?
Oh, with your hand in the way.
I can't see what I'm doing. There it goes. Okay. I should have cut a better deal on the end of that. But so anyway, so the filament gets driven between these two gears. There's two drive gears in here, and it comes through this. This is called the Bowden tube, all the way to the hot end. I'm pushing the filament just manually down to the hot end, and here in a minute, because it's already hot, you're gonna see it right there.
Bloop.
Come out just like that. All right. So I'm gonna get this put back together, just like so. And there's a spring on here, so you can adjust the tension, so the gears don't spin. Find the hole. Come on.
Come on, buddy. You can do it. Find the hole.
There we go.
Man problems.
Okay. So we found the hole. We made it. We got it. And then we've got, let's see what we got going on here. Okay.
Just a little splooge.
And then here we have our SD card with a card reader, and actually let me do this really quick. So for those that haven't seen a card reader like this before, it's just a USB port. You can take a micro SD card and put it right inside the USB port like so. And then on your computer, it's just a card reader. Let me see this. On this side over here, we've got our USB. It's a USB-B port right there, so you can hook a computer to it. Then we actually have a USB-A and USB drive, and then a micro SD card slot right there. So that's how you can interface with the printer. But let me switch back over real quick. And I'm going to, oh shit, I can't plug, never mind. I'm not going to do that because my USB ports are done taken. So I'm going to, here, actually, I'm going to switch you guys back over to this other camera for a second. What's happening in the chat there, Malls?
Tree 7 Troy says, joke's on you, I use the orange bowl.
All right, so here's my SD card that came with the printer. And I don't know if it goes slot, or I think it goes down like so. Let's find out.
You're okay. You don't need
Yep.
to be next
So SD card is in. So now let's come over here to our printer screen. Hopefully.
Hey, Richie B.
Richie B, what up?
Willow said that
All right.
Willow is his service dog, and her favorite color is hot pink, and her vest is hot pink, and her coat's hot pink, and his damn guitar is hot pink.
Nice.
So now she's got a hot pink thing to go in her hot pink vest.
Okay, so let's print. We just have folders here. I have no idea what these are. So how about we just try one? That says connector buckle, tube sleeve. Okay. This one says that's the Merlin G code. Whatever. Let's just print it. How about that? There we go. Print. Okay. So I'm gonna switch you back over to this other camera so you're not getting all bouncy. Okay. So we've got first layers going down here. Actually, I probably should have kept you on this camera because I can bring you right into the action. Bring you right in. Bring you right into the action like that.
I wonder if he's going to bring us right into the action. What do you think, guys? Comment if he's going to bring us into the action.
I need to put this on something.
Sweet cameraman.
Here. There we go. All right, so we have two circles happening here. A pair of balls. So you guys can hear the printer going here.
Exactly.
It's pretty quiet. This is called Knurling G code, whatever that means.
You better use that egg holder. That's only printed like 472 of them. I got some hard-boiled eggs in my gray one right now.
I did not print 472. I printed like 4.
It's close.
Like two or three gray ones and like a red one or two, just burning up some minor, little bits of.
4.
Huh?
We'll start with 4.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're printing, guys, just like that. I don't know how long we've been streaming here.
Yeah.
Oh, been live for 1 hour and 24 minutes, it says. But realistically, I think you could be up and running. Like if you bought one of these printers, like in less than an hour, if you weren't running your mouth like I was and whatnot. But here, I'm going to show you what's going on the screen. So you can see here up here, we've got the temperature, the nozzle temp, and the bed temp. There's our percentage. So right now we're 2% complete. We're running 34 millimeters a second. And then we can pause. And so I'm going to go ahead. This is the Super Racer. I feel like we should just go full pin, as the kids would say. Here we go. Speed. Yeah, so there's 100%. Let's just crank her up. What can we do here? Oh, yeah, 200%. That's what I'm talking about.
Breathe.
Let her eat. That's what we want to see right there. Look at her go. Look at her go. All right, here we go. I'll back you up so you can get a shot of this thing with the arms moving around and such. Oh yeah, look at that. Delta printers are sweet. They really are. They're just a very interesting mechanical thing.
Right, Benchy? It's just fun. Trying something different, doing something different. Sharing his passion, not mine. But just hanging out and jacking around and talking about it.
We're going full pinned on the fans. All right, so that's as loud as the printer would ever be right there. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. What song do we have? We have Savor the Moment. Oh, that's nice. Savor the moment, guys.
Nate, it's not too loud for me. You might want to get your wife involved just to see what she thinks.
So this is as loud as it would be, and certainly cranking up the speed increases the noise because you get a little bit of noise. When it was running at 100% speed, it was very quiet. Yeah. But now that I've cranked it all up, you can certainly hear it. But even with it cranked up, I wouldn't say it's super loud.
No, your other one's louder, I would say.
Yeah, it's quieter than my OG printer, and this is printing significantly faster. Just to give you an idea, I have made huge improvements to my first printer, and I can print roughly around 80 millimeters a second, and right now we're hitting speeds of 300 millimeters a second, 280, 150 on the outer walls, 300 millimeters a second on the infill. So this thing is, it's super racing,
Ian says it's mesmerizing. And Michael said, but can it make Oreos? Well, this just in. It can print chocolate.
Yeah, this just in. Fuck yeah, it can.
You think you're fucking funny, but no, it can.
It can absolutely print Oreos. So, hold on just a moment here.
Is there a long-term downside to the equipment if you were to print at that speed all the time?
Not on a printer like this. This printer's made to run fast. So certainly, you might be wearing belts out, the belts here, sooner than you would otherwise, and the bearings in the pulleys that are on either end. But the effector and all that stuff, it's really meant to, operate at fast speeds. So that's really what it's, meant to do. So this thing right out of the box, I can tell you, and Nate, who also has gotten into 3D printing, can also tell you, to get a printer to run this kind of speed, you're not doing that for under $500 any other way than a Delta like this. And as far as I'm concerned, and trust me when I tell you, I've researched the shit out of 3D printers. This is by far and away the best bang for your buck if you want something that prints good quality and fast. So this printer that we're looking at here, the FLSUN Super Racer, I think with the discount code, it's just over $400, $425 or $430, something like that. So don't buy it on Amazon because it's $4.99 on Amazon. So don't buy it there. Click the link in the description and use the discount code, and you will save yourself some money dollars. But even the little printer, the Q5, it's not going to be as fast as this one because it doesn't have the carbon fiber rods, and it doesn't use linear rails back in here. These are linear rails. The Q5 uses a different setup with V-slot wheels, so it's just not quite as robust and solid and stuff as this printer is, but it's also half the money.
Yeah,
So
maybe Michael. Want some OCD scales?
what, for knife scales?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's made some.
I've made lots of scales. They're
ball shields? Question mark.
I don't know what it is. This is just what was on the G or the SD card. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna learn together. I don't know what they are. Well, I do kind of know what I'm guessing that this is gonna be a bolt and nut. If I was a betting man, because of this one over here with the hole through it, and the other one does not have that. I think it's gonna be knurled on the exterior, and it's gonna be a bolt and a nut. Would be my guess, but I could be wrong.
Where's the link, dude? It's gonna be in the description.
Yeah, video description. Check the link, and there's a.
You already have the like.
Yeah, it's already. Yeah, it should already be there. There's a link that'll take you to FLSUN's website, and then the discount code is OCD4EDC. So while this is printing, and just to let you guys know, we are humming along here. It is at 29% right now. We're only 10 minutes into this print. So this thing is cooking.
There's no.
What?
You heard me. That's it. That's all it says. So maybe after.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it should be there. Hold on. Oh, I'm going to be so pissed at myself if I did not save it. Give me just a minute here, guys. I set all this stuff up, and now I'm wondering if I didn't click save before I closed it. Hold on. Just bear with me for a moment here. What'd you say?
Talking to myself.
Okay. God damn. Oh, good Lord, people.
Oh, are you the saddest Cooper in the whole world?
All right, just bear with me for a minute here. I'll get you the link. I obviously did not save it.
It's bad enough. We already have a dog in here. You don't need two dogs in here.
I cannot believe that I did not save that.
Excuse you. Hello?
Jesus Christ. What is happening over there?
Walter's demanding me here, so he just climbed on your dogs. Oh. Come here. Yeah, you sit right there. Sit. That was mine. There. Sounds like a Molly task. Don't be so hard on yourself. He does make me type stuff too.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe you could Make a contraption that helps you do some of the housework, Justin.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, not all the dogs are good.
Okay, there we go. Now, is there links in the description? There should be. I must have not saved it. I can't believe I did that, but should be links in the description. Might take a minute or two to show up, but
I'm gonna unsubscribe from you.
you're gonna unsubscribe from me. Okay. All right. I'm gonna move this over to here. All right. Now,
A woman's work is never done unless Justin's around to do it. Fuck you.
That's awesome. Okay, so we're halfway through on this print, 50%. Here, I'll see if I can, if you guys can see that or not. All right. Here we go. I was going to show off some stuff. So, you know, with the 3D printer, you can print all kinds of things, and Molly wanted some little Christmas trees, and so I printed her these like alternating color, and all it 100% of this is printed, the rod and each individual snowflake, and I also made her a really big one as well. Looks exactly like this, same colorways. It's just like 250% bigger than this. So, you know, you can print stuff like that. So, you know, of course, when it comes to decorations, the list is endless of what you can print. But you guys know that most of what I print are functional pieces. So like this guy right here, I printed a handful of these for all the ladies. So when they're wrapping gifts, you know, doing women's work, they can put their Scotch tape, and this is a 3D printed bolt here that you can clamp this on to like the table side. And so, you know, makes it easy to grab your tape one-handed. And it prints the little teeth. You guys can see that, hopefully. I don't know if it'll focus. So it's got the little teeth in there for cutting the tape. They work perfectly for just, you know, stock standard rolls of Scotch tape. So this is a print that you can, an item that you can get online and just print it. It's free, like I said. All these things that I'm showing you, I did not design any of these. These are all designs that you can just download. There's a little ghost flipping the bird. This one's actually done in glow-in-the-dark filament. So the filament choices are endless. There's tons and tons of filaments. Here's a cool print. This is actually a gift box right here. This is 100% 3D printed, and it's locked. It's a lock box, and in order to open it, you have to rotate the bow here. And which way? So yeah, rotate it. So there's the mechanism right there. This prints all in place, and so, you know, this little gift box, it's pretty cool. And you can print it in 2 colors, and then these pieces just glue on the ribbon, and you can see you can put the lid on any direction. It's got holes on all 4 sides, and it's got these 2 lock bars with built-in springs. And so you rotate this, and you rotate the ribbon, and you can see the springs, and it just pulls those locks back. So I was correct. This is a bolt and a nut, and the bolt or the nut is done, and so we're down to just the threaded part of. I'm gonna end up stepping on her head. Yeah. Which I'll get you in on that print here in a minute, but these 2 are a print that I recently did for some Christmas gifts for guys, and this is a super cool thing that I found. These are it's called a solder helper, and there's the solder that's installed in it, and you can slide this part of the handle back on. And I don't know if you guys can see the solder coming out there, but these are spring loaded, and so you pull these down and put your wires in there, so you can have wires coming in from either way, and the two spring loaded arms will hold the wires. And then you can hold this like this and control the wheel and use your solder iron with the other hand. But when you spin the wheel, you can see the solder comes out. So like I said, this is a super cool functional print that's super simple to print, and it's super easy to put together. It requires a couple of pieces of hardware, a couple screws and springs and whatnot. But it's a really cool little print that's super functional, and it's even got bearings in it, so it's super smooth, and yeah, it works awesome.
Winchester said that he wishes that there was an upgrade plan for like there is for iPhones for women. Like once a new model comes in, you can just trade in your old one and just pay it.
There you go. That's a great idea. You can just buy a subscription service, so you just get the new models as they come out, just updates every couple years.
What? And I get sold to China?
Those are all details that will work out later.
I'll fucking go. I don't care. Taking your fucking printer with me.
So you guys can see on the solder helpers, I printed black ones and white ones, and then just swapped some parts around, and I actually made, what I make 4 of these for give them out to different people for Christmas. That it's just a handy dandy little tool. And here's another one of the little printed gift box, black and green, same deal. You just open it up, and so these are just a few prints that you can do. And like I said, I mean, the list is really endless.
Yeah, some sweet paper towel roll things that prevent your paper towels from unraveling on you.
Yeah, I made some really awesome paper towel roll holders that they're the coolest paper. Yeah, bracelets. Yep. So I don't know if you guys can hear this or not, but every so often there's a noise that's kind of high pitched, and it's like ringer, ringer. And what that is the extruder on the retraction. Emma, you're killing me small. Just here, guys, real quick. I want to show you what's going on down here. This is between my feet. Emma is laying. There's my foot.
Look at all the fuck she gets.
Yeah, she does not care at all. Anyway, so over here, the extruder is retracting, and so we're printing at really, really fast speeds here, and so it's retracting filament every layer change, so it doesn't ooze out and drip and all that sort of stuff. And so that's the noise that you potentially are hearing.
Winchester said, "No, Molly, you get refurbished and handed down for a discount price."
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, cool. So I did a makeover on my badge. Willow said, "I got a spatula." And Willows, I want you to know, I cooked many lovely, delicious meals, so it's infused with all of my good cooking.
All right, we're getting pretty close. We're 82% done here.
How much for a printed gift box? That's cool AF, Spain says.
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't really thought about
Yeah, if you want one, like one off, you can just email us at info@OCD for EDC, and we can
email us. Yeah, and
figure it out.
Yeah, we can figure it out. It's I mean, they're not. It's not going to be terribly expensive, honestly, shipping it, just because it's kind of big. Well, it's not huge, but it's like 4 inches cubed is what the gift boxes are, but honestly, I could make it bigger.
Would you recommend biting the bullet and just buying the Super Racer good for a first 3D printer?
I think any of the FLSUN Deltas are going to be really great first 3D printers. The only thing that I could say about the negative side here, we'll talk 3D printers for a minute here. The negative side to a Delta 3D printer is this right here, is the height of it. Okay, so you can see that, you know, the build volume here is the 330 millimeters, so about 13 inches, going to be right in here. But these arms, you know, still have to go up from there. And so you end up with basically about half of this from like here up to here is just kind of wasted space. So if you have an area to put this, they don't burn up a ton of space footprint wise, but they're tall. And so that's kind of one of the downsides to it, in my opinion. But if you have a good spot for it where height doesn't really matter too much, then I think it's a really great option. I think they're a lot less moving parts in comparison to an i3 style or a Cartesian, what they call a Cartesian style printer, which is what my other printer is. And the i3 printers burn up. They too have their own space issues. They're just in a different way. Instead of being really tall, they burn up more space on the desk or whatever on your tabletop, because the bed moves back and forth. So, you know, the print head is mounted in one spot on the Y, and the bed moves back and forth. And because that bed moves back and forth, the printers have to print much, much slower because the part itself is moving. So you can see here that, you know, the part is stationary and the head is moving around it. And so we can just print much faster, get more detailed prints. So that part's fantastic. So there's trade-offs. There's pros and cons to all the printers. With that being said, I think that these FLSUN printers, I think it's your best bang for your buck for a first printer, especially because they're so easy to get started. You know, they come with really good manuals. They have good service here in the US for a cheap, you know, a cheap to buy printer. I really, yeah, there's really not much to complain about here. I think it's a really good, solid printer, honestly. So, yeah, I mean, if you have the space for it, then I think this is a really good option for sure.
So, yes, the answer is
yeah.
Yes, you are correct, Winchester. Justin and I are actually, we are husband and wife, but we're actually friends too. We make each other laugh and like hanging out together. At least I like hanging out with you. I can't really speak for you.
Yeah, no, I enjoy hanging out with her. We're friends. Yep, that's true.
So yeah, we got that going on. G-Man says socks with flip-flops. Really?
Yeah. Shit, yeah, bro.
Of course. Like, anybody not doing that, get on our level.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't know where who was that? G-Man?
G-Man.
Oh, okay. So he lives out in the Pacific Northwest. See, out in the Pacific Northwest, you guys are spoiled weather-wise. We live in the Midwest where things fluctuate, you know, maybe 70, 80 degrees in a 24-hour period. And where you live, things fluctuate like 7 to 0.8 of a degree a week. Oh, here we go. We're done. We're done. First print complete. That was fast.
Where can I go to find some cool print downloads?
Okay, so there are multiple websites to go to, and I'll put some links in the description to where you can go, but so yeah, Thingiverse is one that's super popular. Although Thingiverse is kind of going by the wayside a little bit. The other good one is Thangs, THANGS. I'm going to throw them up in the description real quick.
Oh, G-Man's in Kansas City. He should know.
Oh. I thought, oh,
Boy.
you're in Kansas City. I don't know who was I thinking about. I thought he lived in out by Portland.
I don't know. You guys just don't have style down there. Leave me alone. I love you, but I don't want you right now. That's Z-Man, is what you're.
Oh, that's. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is right. Z-Man. That's who I was thinking of. Okay, so we've got.
Troy, you socks and sandals, right? I mean, it's socks and slides, not really sandals. Socks and slides. Hi, RC. Stop looking at me, Swallow. We're building a 3D printer. Well, that's done, actually.
Yeah, it's built.
I love knives and knows what's up. Socks and sandals here all the time.
Hell yeah. Well, and you know, it really doesn't have anything to do with my feet getting cold or anything, but like it's more like my feet sweating. Like I don't like to be barefoot in the house because then my feet will. Yeah, I don't know. I need socks on my feet.
My feet are never bare unless I'm in the shower.
Ooh, I just
stuck good.
Yeah, it stuck really good. I broke the. Eesh. Need to get the pancake flipper involved. Boy, that bed adhesion is something. Now this right here is one of the downsides to not having a removable build plate. So on my other printer, that's one of the things that I upgraded was putting a magnetic, or well, my printer came with a magnetic build plate, but I got a different build surface for it. And I will be doing the same on this printer as well. See, and I don't really want to scratch it, but because you can't remove this, you really need to wait until this cools down for this to release. And
sure would be nice to have a used spatula, right?
Well, I've got this. The spatula is not the issue. I just don't want to scratch the build surface.
That's hilarious.
Here, let's try this.
Motherfuckers got yucks. Dink, 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 dink.
Wow, that thing's really that bed holds parts way better than I was expecting. I did not expect that to hold those parts that well.
Willa said, "Hey, I can help." Yeah, because you said that spatula. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I used to wear socks and sandals when I had a toenail fungus. I got it taken care of now.
Well, I don't have any toenail fungus.
But I'm not wearing sandals anymore. Yeah, no. Yeah. You got normal ass toes.
Yeah, I got normal toes. Like I ain't scared. I'll show you.
I'll show you my nasty potatoes.
Look, I've got normal toes. There's no fungi there. There's fungi there. Look. Emma, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, Mo wants in on it.
Mo, come here.
I gotta get the bone to show the people.
Mo, come over here. Mo,
Go talk to Dad.
Mo, come on. What are you doing? Come on. There's Mo. But he's a dumbass. So there you go.
Is that rolling tool cabinet from Sam's? Sam's Club?
Yes, it is.
You bet your sweet bib it is.
Yeah. It's nice, too. I like it. It's got a nice top on it, and it's got lots of storage space in it. Yep.
Somebody has
sorry.
a Mike YouTube channel and had to have more storage, so.
Yeah. Russia.
You worked at
Emma,
Sam's Club for
would
6
you move?
years, 9 years ago? Dang. So you know all the goodies. I love Sam's.
Oh! that hit right on the camera lens.
It hasn't shown on my phone yet. I can't wait.
There's a
Take
delay.
your fungus and get Winchester.
Was there a delay?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the print. I screwed up and broke it. This print didn't have a lot of infill, so I broke it right there, you can see. But here is the bolt with the knurling. Here, I'm going to switch to the other camera. It's too hard to try and show something in front of that camera.
Nailed it.
Did it hit the camera? Right on the camera?
Like it was low.
So here's the bolt, and you can see the knurling up here on the top, hopefully. And so I screwed up and broke it. Here's the nut with the knurling on it. But most importantly, you can see the print quality here, and the nut screws on to the threads. It's actually quite tolerances are really good on this thing. It would have been nice had I not have broken it. So that's what you get, but you can see the infill there. So all right, well, let's see what if there's another test print on here on the card. Let's see. What's this? That's not. Test G code. All right, let's see what this one is. I'm gonna guess that this one's a really small little print. But because my all my USB ports on my pruder are being used with all the cameras and shit right at the moment, I think actually we'll see what we can do here.
Oh, come on now.
What time is it?
8:36.
Okay. Do I have another port? I do have one port available. Okay.
Stop looking at me.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Yeah. Oh, it's a cap, bud. It's just a cap. No, it's a boy. Not for baby puppies.
Ooh.
Oh, you're so needy.
There we go.
You're so needy.
So.
Oh, I love you.
Are you kidding me? Is this the same damn print?
Name.
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know if it is or not, but if it is, we're gonna. I found one extra USB port on my pruder here, so I'm putting a couple of things on a different SD card and I'll jam it in there and we'll see what happens. because I pre-sliced a couple of. All right, so we're gonna let that first layer go down at this speed, and then we'll crank it up. We're just gonna go full pin. You know what I'm saying?
Just a wild and crazy guy.
A wild and crazy guy. Oh yeah, no, same print. Let's cancel. Stop printing. Yes.
Stop wasting our time with nuts and bolts.
Yeah, we don't need nuts and bolts.
Emily.
Okay, so I just removed that SD card, and I am applying a different one that I just downloaded, or just did a different thing on. So let's get this shit off of here. There we go.
Baby dog thinks it's WrestleMania time.
All right. Let's use this cleaning cloth here. All right.
I still can't believe that funnel broke, dude. It was in a box. I really didn't think it would.
Yeah.
If it was in a bag, I would. Well.
Okay, so we're gonna do a little test print here. This is one that I sliced using Cura Slicer. And this will give us a little bit of insight to how precise this printer is right out of the box. So far, it looks pretty good. I mean, just for the simple fact that the nut and the bolt went together is pretty solid.
William Linderman says, so do you have to let it finish printing before you know what it is? Sort of like Nancy Pelosi saying that find out what
yeah, you gotta pass it so we can find out what's in it. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you do in the case of pre-sliced files that are just on an SD card that you're not aware of.
Yeah, they're just
because you don't know.
Michael said, can you put parchment paper down first?
Parchment paper?
I think it would slide.
You could put down, you want your part to stick to the base.
Yeah.
That's a desirable trait.
Yeah.
So if your part doesn't
you just
stick,
have to let it cool down properly for it to release properly.
Yeah. So the reason why those were stuck and I broke the one getting it off is because I was impatient.
Imagine.
This is the build surface for my other printer. And these are some of those bow pieces. And you can see they just slide off, but when this is hot, they're stuck to it. But the nice thing about a build surface like this is that this is a spring steel sheet. That's a purge line right there. But this is a spring steel sheet that's coated in a material called PEI, and then you can bend it to release the parts off of it. The reason I can't do that here is because this glass bed is not removable. I mean, it is in the sense that you can take the bolts out, but this just pops right off real fast and easy.
Nate said when it's hot, use a small dropper to drop a little water next to the part, and it'll come off.
Okay. Well, I've got a build sheet that'll be here in just a couple of days for this printer, just like this.
Oh, nice.
So I'll be going to this setup. So when it's done printing, I can just remove the bed. But, so here we go. Now.
Oh, Nate uses glass too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't use glass. Generally. I mean, I have used glass, but I don't generally. I like the spring steel sheets. But to each his own.
I like that ass. Oh,
so
did you see the
currently
about your butt and how good you looked in?
What? What did you just say?
I said, did you see the comment about how nice of a butt you have and how good you look in your overalls and how lucky of a lady I am?
No, I did not see that. So there's some dumbass out there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of our homies.
I'm just an old fat fucker.
He's talking about you like you were a piece of meat.
Uh-huh.
You're turkey bacon.
Oh,
It's a private comment.
Hey, speaking of the turkey video that I put out there, who was it that sent us the turkey cooker thing? Pictures? Somebody sent us pictures of Blade Banner. He sent us pictures of, apparently there's a commercially made, I mean literally it's the exact, I mean it's a trash can turkey cooker, and it's got like an outer shell that you put all the charcoal in. I couldn't believe it. I've never heard of that. I'd never seen that before.
It's super cool.
Yeah, but it looks really cool, and it solves the problem of, you know, if you live in town and don't really have a place to do that.
Spanky said this is an awesome video, you guys. Serious.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you like it.
Yeah, glad you like it.
So,
This tomfoolery.
look at that thing go. Look at that printer go.
Zooming.
Zooming. It's super racing.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I'm super fast. Super fast. Literally, though. Nate, how long does your Ender 3 take to print? Like, I'm printing a calibration cube here, and we're 22% done, and we're 6 minutes in. And this thing's all stopped. Like, I've done nothing to this printer. It would take, just to put it into perspective, the bed flopper style printers, like my other printer, that's really probably the most common style of printer out there.
You said like 4 hours, 3 maybe.
Right. So it's crazy how fast these deltas are in comparison to the other style. And it's quiet. Even the part cooling fans on this thing are quiet. And it's this thing came with really nice booklets and stuff, which is really cool. And this comes with a Tree Tech. I think it's the SKR 1.3 mini board is what this comes with from the factory, which is really cool. And so you got all sorts of options. Comes with 2209 stepper drivers, and feel the quality of this manual.
Oh,
right? Isn't that nice?
I love
that. I mean, the paper just feels so good.
Yeah, I don't know what they call that.
It's like soft. Good. It's like soft touch paper. It's nice. That thing's gonna be done. I mean, we're like 40% done, and we're 8 minutes in. Yeah, I don't have my computer plugged into it. We're just running off of the SD card. There's no computer plugged into the printer.
Yes, the Orion cooker.
That's what it's called? Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I had never heard of that before until.
They call it a barbecue smoker fryer.
Oh.
Sold at Target.
What?
How much is the filament?
Filament ranges. It depends on what type of filament you're purchasing, but I would say on average anywhere from say like $12 up to $25 is your average stuff. And that's for spools like this size. They're 1 kilogram. This one's almost used up. But 1 kilogram spools, just to give you an idea size wise. But you can get a lot of prints for $25 worth of filament. But then you can get specialty filaments that can be quite expensive. So it just depends on what you're buying. So I have some carbon fiber filaments. Some of the parts that I make, like the safety drivers that I make, like this is made out of carbon fiber filament, if you can see that. And this filament here is about 3 times the cost of that PLA. So it's quite a bit more expensive, but it's also has a lot nicer properties for multiple different things. So there's a lot of specialty filaments out there. So really you can kind of, go as crazy as you want, but you can also print very cheaply. If you want to just buy ABS or ASA, stuff like that, you can buy it for $12 to $15 a kilogram.
Quentin. Yes,
so
clutch drivers.
But yeah, it's not very expensive to print stuff. You got obviously electricity, because you're not just moving the printer, but you're also heating the bed as well as heating the nozzle. So you have the cost of that. And then, but all in all, I would say it's relatively a fairly cheap hobby to get into if you don't go crazy and start like custom building printers and all that kind of stuff, because then you can start spending money pretty fast. So don't do what I do.
Yeah, for the love of all that is holy.
For the love of all that is holy. Because I have another printer. This is not my new printer that's on its way.
Yeah, we went from 1 to 3.
Yeah, so
number 3 not being here yet.
Number 3 is not here yet, but it's gonna be like, it's a top of the line situation. So my first printer was what I would consider to just be a full-on hobby machine, which it's still a good quality printer, but I've also hit the limits of what that printer can do, as well as kind of the longevity of that printer. At this point, I have a lot of wires that are breaking and stuff, and I've just wore it out. But it was really cheap too. So, but this printer here is a much more robust, much better quality printer than my first printer was.
Yes, Willow, it can.
What's that?
Can it make weapons or a wife?
Yeah, the wife, I can't say that, but the weapons, faux show. And just to let you know, there's multiple things that I have going on with 3D printing that I haven't shown on screen, because a bunch of that stuff would get deleted.
Let's move on.
Yeah, because you can make the pews, you know what I mean? Which is super cool. AR lowers? Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, 100%. And not just AR lowers, but a bunch of stuff. Bunches and tons and tons of stuff.
Many.
Yeah, many a thing. So, look at her go. She is just printing away. She's super fast. There's an X on there. You're just not going to be able to see it until the print's done. But the light is drowning out. But we're just about done here on this calibration cube.
Chicago wants to know, can you print out a sculpture of Slazy?
Yeah, I could, I suppose.
You're shit.
Yep. So this thing is almost done. We're at 94%. We're 14 minutes in, which is crazy fast.
This is sweet box of babe. That's very square. We're finna find out, Ian.
Yeah, we're gonna measure it. So we're gonna.
If you've received any crap from us, you
We're-
may have received one of these cubes.
Yeah, I print a fair number of these cubes because this is how I test my printer to make sure it's calibrated. So literally that printed in 14 minutes, which is crazy fast. Here, let's try the Le Agua on the glass and see if this pops loose. He says just put a drop next to it, huh? So I'm guessing that this also it just cools the bed. Here's a little bit of water.
Nate said I could buy one to play with it. I'll just have to use the kids' Christmas money. Yeah, sounds good. Kids don't need shit. They need to know how to be thankful.
Right. Okay. Nate, that did not work.
Then show the kids what they got you for Christmas. Yeah, they need to use shit.
All right, Nate. I put water on it.
Well, he also uses glass.
This is glass.
Oh.
It's ultra base. It's glass with a coating on it.
Oh.
Yeesh. There we go. It cooled off enough. Okay. Let me get this off. That's just a skirt. Skirt.
Skirt.
Okay.
Buy the printer and print them some gifts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you can print all kinds of gifts with
Some
the
of
printer.
Slippery little plugs. And...
That's right. I'm a snake. What'd I do with the
Must flip for you guys.
Where's my flush cutters? Here. I don't know what I did with the flush cutters that came with the printer. But real quick, these are fantastic flush cutters. These are Milwaukee. Highly recommend. Yeah, I see them. Highly recommend these if you want a good set of flush cutters. They're not very expensive. They're like $7 or $8 or something. And they are so good. All right. I'm going to start another print here real quick, and then I'm going to go to a different camera. And then I'm going to show you this print that just came off the build surface. Okay. So while it's heating up, here's the print that just came off. So you can see that that's the top of it. This is the Z axis. Here is the Y and the X. So that's the orientation that it was in on the printer. And then this side is just smooth along with this side, and this was the bottom. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean the layers are consistent. There's no not too much extrusion issues.
Nate wants you to do a test with overhangs.
Okay. Well, I just started. This is a Benchy.
So that will have some overhangs.
Yeah, it has overhangs. But anyway, I wanted to see what we were dialed in at. So this part should measure 20 millimeters. It should be exactly a 20 millimeter cube. And we'll see here. That's not bad. 20.21 on the Y. We are 20.14 on the X. And 20.09 on the Z, on the vertical. So, we're within, within a quarter of a millimeter, which out of the box, that is not bad. So I can dial this in and get it absolutely perfect. But that is pretty solid right there. But so this part that's printing right now, this is a what people refer to as a Benchy. It's basically a test print. It's a little boat, and some of you guys may have gotten those in some of our packages because again, it's another test print. I'm going to go ahead and crank up the speed here now that we're I'm going to wait until we get like 3 or 4 layers down just so we get good adhesion, and then I'm going to crank it up so this, super racing and all.
So you said your vertical axis is pretty tight. It takes a mill to get any better.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, I can dial it in and make it absolutely perfect. So it will be 20 mil on every X, each direction, but out of the box for this is a less than $500 printer out of the box with free shipping. You can't beat that. That's accuracy and speed. Not only did it print, or it printed very accurately, it printed extremely quick. All right, here we go. We're gonna crank this old girl up. Speed to the moon.
He says that all the time, Ian.
Look at that. Look at her go. Look at her go. Oh, shit. Look at that. We are super racist.
I'm interested to see
Super
the
flat.
burnings on this fast print.
On the fast print? All right. Well, it ain't going to take very long because she's printing fast. And we'll let this one go. We'll let this one print, and then we'll probably be done for the night. But
Surely you guys are sick of us by now.
yeah, I would think you guys would be sick of us. But if you guys got any questions or anything, let them rip.
Ask away. Do you get better adhesion at lower speeds?
Yeah, so generally on the bed, so you have to have good bed adhesion. If not, if your print comes loose from the bed, it's trashed, it's over. And so that's true with any 3D printer. So, a lot of people put down like glue stick and hairspray and all kinds of different things that they put on top of the bed surface. Personally, I would recommend one of these build sheets that I've got behind here. These are fantastic, and material sticks down to this powder coated PEI sheet really, really well. And then it totally releases when it cools down, like completely. It just, like it was never even stuck to it. It's crazy how it works.
You get better resolution at lower speeds?
Yeah, so like better features and stuff. I mean, it just depends on the printer. Like some printers, like this Delta, can print fast. Like if I tried to print with my printer this fast right now, what's happening on screen, it would look like a ball of shit. So, some printers can print this fast, others cannot.
So does this thing have some serious fans on it?
No, they're just 4010s. So part cooling will be an issue. So like when we get to the smokestack on this Benchy, it'll probably be drooping, would be my guess, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, the part cooling ducts, there's 2 part cooling fans from the factory, but they're just 4010s. They're 40 by 40 millimeters by 10 millimeter thick fans. Here, I'll show you. That's a part cooling fan on that side right there. And there's one just like it on the other side, and then that black thing sticking down there on either side of the nozzle, those are the cooling ducts. So these 2 black things that are sticking down right close to the plastic, those are the ducts that are moving air down to the print.
They just came up with your 3D printing channel name.
What's that?
OCD for 3D.
OCD for 3D. Okay. So Nate thinks I should do a 3D printer channel.
I think a few people have made comments.
So the yeah, with the bed adhesion thing, like I said, I like to use the PEI sheets, but you want to run slower layers for like the first couple layers just to make sure that you get really good bed adhesion, and then you can start, you know, picking up the speed a little bit.
He wants to know, are there more exotic filaments that have like faster cooling polymers?
Oh yeah, there's a tons of filaments that do all sorts of very unique things. You can get like electronically conductive filament, and there's glow in the dark stuff. You can get stuff that's meant for making molds, and yeah, the list is endless. There's tons and tons of filaments out there.
Ian said, if I buy one, can I call you for tech support?
Sure, you can ask me questions, whatever, send emails, hit me up on Instagram. I mean, I don't have all the answers by any means, but I'll help you with as much as I can. So I'm learning myself still. I just you know, I just got my first 3D printer, like, really. I mean, it was about this time last year, honestly.
Yeah, it was before Christmas.
It was right around Christmas time last year, and I've learned a lot this year in that time frame for sure. But you know, it's been enjoyable though. I've enjoyed it a lot. It's fun, and I've printed tons and tons of stuff.
Maggie says, I think I want one.
Honestly, personally, if you think it's something that you would use or enjoy at all, you know, even if you want it to actually build functional things, or if you just want it as a hobby, I think it's a really cheap hobby to get into, and it's enjoyable. It's fun.
It sure sucks you in like it hasn't sucked me in, but like it's not Justin and hard.
Yeah, and
like not that it's been, you know, it's not like cars where you're constantly dumping buttloads of money.
No.
I'd rather you do this than build cars again.
Build cars again? Well, I got a super racer, so I mean, that old dad likes to go fast. So the problem is I don't think this will carry my fat ass on the hot end.
Would you have went straight to this one and skipped your first one? Buy one, try one, question mark?
Yes. If I knew then what I know now, I would have just went with something like this for my first printer.
Kids do love it. And
because
like, well, that's another thing, just real quick before I forget. This has been really helpful to our daughter and our son for various reasons, for things they've needed for school projects and stuff. Like, it's been pretty great to have our kids say, hey, I need a model of a brain. Where can we get one? And the only place you can get one is like Amazon for like $50. Well, we printed one for a tenth of that, you know? So stuff like that's been great. You know, it gives our kids a lot of creative room too, for their various projects.
I'm gonna move you back out to the bigger or the different camera angle so I can show you a few different things.
This is gonna be a little boat they call a Benchy, man.
Yeah, it's like a 3D printer test, the Benchy, and it's got some of everything. It's got overhangs. It's got a whole bunch of different features built into the model.
Hi,
and
Jan.
later on, Jan.
Ian says I have one in my car. Lilo says I'm gonna have one before the end of next month. Just sucking everybody in.
Right on. That's cool.
Yeah,
So
it's shocking how useful
this
has been.
this is the standard, probably the most common printer filament type. And all the filaments will tell you what printing temperature that you want to use. So you can see this one ranges from 205 to 225. This is called PLA Plus. And this was red. It comes in literally hundreds and hundreds of color choices. You can get glow in the dark and stuff with glitter in it, all kinds of craziness. Another really popular printer filament is PETG. Some people refer to it as PETG. And this is white PETG. Again, a really, really good filament, but you can see here that this one prints a little hotter at 230. Sorry, my camera's drowning out, but 230 to 250 degrees Celsius. And then you can print with stuff like this called TPU, and you can see the print range here is 210 to 240, but this is flexible filament. So this stuff is more like rubber, and it's super flexible. And you can do stuff like this, make a fly swatter that, is, well, it's a functional fly swatter. And my daughter just stuck it on this pencil. But you can also print things like this little bracelet that stretches. So, what was that? Oh. So you can see here that this flexible filament here, I mean, I don't wear bracelets, but I printed them for the girls. And so you can do stuff like that, but then, you can also make functional stuff like this little C clamp, and it works wonderfully, as well as, vices and all. I mean, the list is endless. And there's quite literally millions of models online. But you can also design stuff yourself. So, like, I design my own stuff that I make, but I also download a lot of stuff that other people design, like these bracelets and that little the gift box thing. This is not my design. So, yeah. But it's super useful.
You made me a spice rack?
Yeah, I made Molly a spice rack for her kitchen cabinet. And that was a custom thing.
Tons of designs online. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about the functionality of that, Nate.
What's that?
He made a few game boxes that let extensions for his outlets.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean the list is really endless. I mean, you can build tons and tons of stuff.
Maybe you can get your cheeks stepped on.
Yeah. Damn dogs come and sit right underneath my feet. So I would say so far, the Benchy, it's not perfect, but for as fast as it's printing right now, it's damn good.
I'm on a boat, motherfucking don't you?
That's
right, Nate.
I'm on a boat and it's going fast and
Trees I climb, boots, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm on the deck with my boys, motherfucker. Justin, what other printers were you looking at before choosing this one?
Well, so the really good printer that I have coming is called a Rat Rig. It's called a Rat Rig V Core 3. And it's a different kinematic system altogether. Instead of it being Cartesian style, which was my first printer, and then this here is called a Delta printer. The one that I have coming is called a Core XY printer, and it has a much larger build volume and a different motion system altogether. And so, you know, in my case, what my kind of driving force was to have a printer that's kind of specialized in different things. So my first printer got me into the hobby and was a good starting point. I learned a lot with that printer, but at this point I've upgraded it a ton. And so it's pretty capable now, but I'm also having issues where like the wiring harness is really becoming a problem because wires are breaking. But it was a really cheap printer to start. Like it was less than $200 to buy originally. Now, of course, at this point today, it's been upgraded a bunch. So to build that exact same printer would cost you well over you probably in the $500 range to build it. But so I think having a couple of printers, like if you were really deep into this, having a couple of printers that are set up for very specific things is probably the way to go, in my opinion. It's hard to build one printer that does everything. So like this particular printer, it's going to have a couple of limitations because of like the Bowden, Bowden tube style extruder. It's not going to really print flexibles very well. This isn't, it'll do it, but you're going to have to print super slow because this filament is so bendable. It's hard to push it through that tube. So having a direct drive extruder works much better for the flexible style filaments. But personally, the only time I print with the flexibles is really just kind of messing around. I haven't really found a bunch of reasons why I want to print flexibles. So that's not a big use case for me. So I would rather print the PLA and PETG, the harder style plastics, which this is going to print perfectly. And so, the Delta printers, the drawbacks are the fact that it has a circle build plate, where, when you have a square build plate, you can get more stuff on it. I guess it really just depends on what you're printing, I guess. But yeah, I think the these FLSUN printers, I think they're a really fantastic starting point for sure. I think it's pretty amazing the level of quality that you get for the price.
High class starting point compared to your OG one.
My first printer, yeah. But my first printer, I had no idea what I was doing. Like I bought it strictly because it was super cheap, and because I had no idea if I was gonna like it or not, or if I would even be able to print something. Like I literally dropped. I think I spent $180 on it. And I was willing to do that just to try it out, and honestly had no clue whether or not I'd even be able to print something. And then I found out how easy it was to print something, and then I was like, game on.
Yeah. Lunderman wants to know how fast can the printer go and how fast is too fast?
Well, so currently right now it looks like we're topping out, because on this screen it shows me it's got a little speed readout. And so this thing's currently topping out at 300 millimeters per second speed. And really there is no limit to this. I mean, you're limited by the motors and all the motion system on the printer. So if you were to, there's guys out there that build, hot rod printers, if you will, that can run at 1,000 millimeters a second. But you have to have extreme amounts of cooling, and then there's a lot of issues that come with the higher speeds, and so we're seeing some of those issues right now. We've got a lot of what's called stringing. And we got a layer shift here, so we're hitting the limits of speed on this printer right now. So we got a layer shift, and we got a bunch of stringing happening. So I'll show you that when we finish this. So currently, what I did was I sliced this model at 150 millimeters a second, and then I ran the speed up on the printer to 200% over what the cheat code is. So, I think FLSUN rates this printer to run at like 200 millimeters a second. So, I mean, we're really maxing it out here. But we're also we're 81% done with this print, and it's only been 24 minutes. So, like, we're going to be under a 30-minute Benchy here.
Spanky said, get rid of the meow song. Please, for the
Oh.
love of God.
Okay. All right. Here, next track. There we go. Sorry.
I need to take that out of rotation.
Yeah, I need to take that one out. I can't hear the music, so I couldn't even remember that it was still playing. Do you like the music? Is the music too loud? Is it too quiet? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the music. Do we have a Benchy here?
Oh Lord, you might check the junk. Dig in the bottom.
This box here.
Mm-hmm. What genres of music do you prefer to listen to? All of them. I like gangster rap the best.
Yeah.
I like the music. It's good.
Okay.
Except for the meow.
Got it. Yeah, I was. I'll take the meow song out of there, but I just was trying to find some music to put on there, and just it's hard to find one, music that you can actually use and don't have to buy licensing for, and two, it's just crazy actually how difficult that is.
I like Snoop and Dr. Dre and Eazy-E, and I really like Beyond Food. I like 90s rap.
So this thing, let's see if we can get it in a little closer here.
Yes, William. The CDs are great.
Yeah, but even like CDs and stuff, I mean, we can't just play songs, like actual songs, because there's copyright infringement. So like even if we had a radio playing in the background during a live stream, we could get in trouble for that.
Yeah, I like Biggie a little bit. I like Bone Thugs more.
Bone.
Yeah.
Bone, 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 bone. So this is quite amazing, actually. We've got.
Or rugged.
I wonder why we had those layer shifts. I don't know if we've got a loose belt here potentially. Ooh, yeah, we do. Yeah, the belts have stretched a little bit, I guess. So I'm gonna have to tension the belts. So we must have jumped a tooth on one of the belts. But here we go. We're printing an overhang or print. It's bridging across the roof right there.
Big L.
And it did that well. It looks like now it's bridging the 90 degrees to that. Beautiful. Oh
I
yeah.
like old M&M, not new M&M.
Oh yeah, that thing, it's printing well. So we had a little screw up in the middle there with the shifted layers, which is what's going on right in this region here. You can see that it's shifted over a little bit, but we'll let her finish out here. So we're 29 minutes in. This is probably going to be a 31-minute Benchy. I'm going to guess.
I want to be a motherfucking hustler. Better ask somebody.
Doggy style was a game changer.
Please look up Big L. You'll thank me later. Okay, I will. We're not going to bark. That's rude. There's no barking on Thursday nights.
That is right. No barking Thursday nights.
No. What did we just say? There's no barking on Thursdays. It's just cats anyway. Don't look at me like that. No, ma'am.
All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here.
See what you started, Mosa? You got her all wound up now. For nothing.
So it's going to print a little smokestack on the end of or on the roof here, and it'll finish with just that smokestack. I'm guessing Nate probably knows the Benchy. This is a pretty common 3D print. It's actually, I think it's the most printed item ever. All right, we're down to just so you can see here that the printer slowed down, and that's because I think I had it run for like a 5 or 6 second layer time. So it slowed down to make each layer 5 to 6 seconds long. So
yeah, 3-6 Mafia.
It's actually printing that pretty well, honestly. I wish that it would focus. This is just a webcam that I'm using here, so it doesn't have manual focus on it, but...
It's focused on your Evian. Not a sponsor.
Yeah. No. Better move that.
Unless you want to be Evian. You're my favorite water.
I don't know if lowering the light a little bit will make it focus on that Benchy, but... Yeah. So you can see there it's finishing up the smokestack. So we're going to finish. It's 99%. We're 32 minutes in, but for a 32, there it is. It's done. For a 32-minute Benchy, I'm going to call that pretty freaking good. I don't know what happened in the middle there with the layer shifts, but
Evo.
I'll bring you guys in closer to this.
Can you not get your slimy face on my pants? Thank you.
So
Nick's mad good.
You can see right there, there's a layer shift right there. But you can see the overhang, and we'll let that sit for a minute and cool off, and then we'll pop it off and take a really good close look at it. But yeah, let me switch the camera here. I've got a whiny ass dog.
He wants more kisses.
Okay. So we'll okay, got her off. Man, that bed stick's good. Okay, so there's the Benchy, and you can see the stringing that happened. And so that's a function of the retraction not being fast enough or enough retraction. But the overhang on the front of the bow is pretty good, honestly, given the circumstances. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. And even the tower or the smokestack printed fairly well for what it is. But we had a couple layer shifts. I think that's due to a couple of these belts. They feel a little bit loose, and I should probably go through and check all these, all the hardware, and just make sure I don't have any loose screws.
Have you printed any holders for the Worksharp Precision Adjust?
Yes, I have. And I actually gave that knife sharpener to my dad, along with the holders that I printed.
He said, yeah, I need one of these.
So, yeah, if anybody's interested in one of these, go check out the link that's in the video description. And there's a discount code, get you a few bucks off. And so, yeah, pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with this so far. This is my first experience with a Delta printer, but it is pretty cool, and it's pretty remarkable how fast it is. I mean, I knew it was going to be fast. I didn't know, how fast it was going to be able to print these items. And, this is right out of the box. I mean, you guys saw me put it together. I haven't tuned it at all. This is just the way it came. And, yeah, the frame is incredibly sturdy. It's a pretty nice looking printer all the way around. Plus, you got... Here, let me see if I can adjust this camera a little bit. Plus, you've got a little drawer here.
I think you're gonna have
for
to
your
exit out of the
bits and pieces.
Exit out of the video and then get back into it. And it should be there.
Oh yeah, you might have yeah, because I was an idiot and didn't save it to begin with, so you might have to get out and get back in to see the link. Ooh.
Wants to be a part of the show.
Right on. Well, there you go, guys. This is the FLSUN Super Racer, and like I said, I mean, if you're not interested in this build volume, if you're not worried about having a little bit smaller build volume, the FLSUN Q5 is like half price or a little less than half. Is Spanky out of here?
Mm-hmm.
Later on, Spanky, thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Hopefully you can come and hang out tomorrow night.
You guys, I'm not past my bedtime, but
yeah,
I'm working on stuff.
So yeah, it's I'm pretty happy with it so far. I think this is going to be a really great addition to the fleet of printers that we're about to have. Molly's excited.
I'm so pumped. We have so much space for all these printers.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's pretty awesome, but
I'm getting a mini cow. I don't care what it is.
Oh, here we go. So there you go, guys. Yeah. You got anything left you want to say there, Molly?
Night, bitches.
Night, bitches.
Oh, and hey, yeah, just a little reminder, use code OCD15 on our website all this week. Well, I mean, we're at the end of the week, kind of, but until Sunday night.
Yep.
And get 15% off your order.
Absolutely. And I put that link in the description as well. So there's a discount code OCD15.
I also dropped the price on the tumblers, so if you're in the market for an OCD 3DC tumbler,
Oh, there you go.
you got yourself some dollars off.
There you go.
15% off.
Plus 15% off.
Yeah.
So, wow. Dang, that's a good deal. All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Yeah, you'll have to let me know in the comments if you guys want to see some more 3D printer stuff. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a 3D printer channel or something. I don't know. We'll see. But in the meantime, yeah, have a good day tomorrow. And we will see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, don't forget to kick it off with Neves at 6.
Yeah, Neves at 6 p.m. Central. And then us at 8 p.m. Central. We have some cool guests on tomorrow, as well as, yeah, we got some some really cool stuff to show you guys. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. And we will see you tomorrow night. And then we'll be back for another live on Sunday.
Oh,
you guys are going to be sick as hell of us.
So sick of us.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a good night. Nighty night. Sleep tight.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.